stop. Don't scroll. Because if you're being honest, your life has a pattern. You wake up with a plan and go to sleep with regret. You promise yourself you'll change, then do the same thing anyway. You keep saying, I know what to do, and somehow you still don't do it. So here's the uncomfortable question. If you already know what to do, why is your life still stuck on repeat? It's not because you're lazy, it's because you're living with a hidden addiction, not to alcohol, to delay. Delay is the most polite way people destroy their own lives. Because it doesn't look like self-sabotage. It looks like, I'll start tomorrow. And tomorrow is the safest place to store a dream, because tomorrow never has to prove anything. Now let me hit you with something that might sting. Right now, there's a version of you that you respect. Not the version you show people. The version you become when you're finally fed up. The version that wakes up and moves. The version that doesn't negotiate with the alarm clock. The version that doesn't need a pep talk to do basic promises. The version that stops scrolling like their thumbs are on payroll. You've met that version before, usually after a painful moment, after embarrassment, after a wake-up call, after you whisper, I can't keep living like this. But then time passes, and you go back to normal. So the problem isn't that you can't become that person. The problem is, you can't stay that person. And that's what we're fixing today. Not with hype, not with quotes, not with just believe in yourself. With a framework that forces change even when you don't feel like it. Because feelings are unreliable. Your future can't be built on moods, so do this with me. If you're serious, comment this. No more delay. Not for the algorithm, for your identity. Because once you say it out loud, you stop being someone who's thinking about changing, and you become someone who's choosing. Now listen, you are changing every day anyway. Your mind is being rewired by what you watch. Your attention is being trained by what you tolerate. Your personality is being shaped by what you repeat. So the question isn't whether you'll be different next year. You will. The question is whether you'll be different on purpose, or whether life will mold you into a weaker version because you never took the wheel. Here are the 7 shifts that close the gap between who you are now and who you keep imagining at night. Shift 1. Stop lying in a nice way. Most people don't lie to others. They lie to themselves. Politely. I'm just tired. I've been busy. I'll do it when things calm down. I'm not ready. It's not the right time. Translation? I don't want to feel uncomfortable. Because the truth is simple. If you keep getting the same results, it's because you keep running the same habits. And you can't change what you keep editing. So today, you stop editing. Look at your life like a grown adult. Your body, your money, your relationships, your daily routine, your screen time, your excuses. Not to shame yourself, to locate yourself. Because if you don't know where you are, you can't build a way out. Say this to yourself. This is the truth. This is the starting point. That sentence is power. Shift 2. Stop trying to fix your whole life in one day. This is where people fail. They get inspired for one night and write a fantasy schedule. Wake up early, cold shower, gym, perfect diet, journal, meditate, build a business, read 40 books, become a monk warrior by Thursday. Then reality hits, and they collapse. And the brain goes, see, this isn't who you are. No, you didn't fail. You overloaded the system. Real change is not a dramatic event. It's a small decision repeated until it becomes normal. So here's the rule. You only need one win today. One action that proves you're back in control. One promise kept. That's how identity is rebuilt. Shift 3. Stop fighting every thought like it's a courtroom debate. Your mind will argue with you about everything. Do it later. You deserve a break. Just one more video. Start Monday. You'll fail anyway. Here's the secret. You don't need to win every argument. You need to stop entering the argument. Some thoughts are instructions. Some thoughts are noise. If a thought makes you weaker, distracted, delayed, or small, treat it like spam. Don't negotiate. Don't explain. Don't build a whole movie around it. Let it pass and move your body, because action shuts down mental chaos. Shift 4. Build systems that work when motivation dies. Motivation is a liar. It shows up when life is easy and disappears when you need it most. So if your plan depends on motivation, your plan is trash. You need systems. Here are 3 systems that change everything. System A, the 10-minute lock-in. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Phone away. Do the thing you've been avoiding. When the timer ends, you can stop. But most people won't, because starting is the hard part. System B, make the bad habit expensive. Scrolling in bed? Charge your phone across the room. Snacking? Don't keep it in the house. Distraction? Remove the app. Make your old patterns inconvenient. System C, never miss twice. You miss a workout once? Normal. You miss twice? That's a new identity forming. So your rule is simple. No matter what, you don't miss twice. That alone changes lives. Shift 5. Your environment is programming you. You think you have free will until you're around the same people, the same apps, the same triggers, the same comfort. Some people don't want you to grow, not because they hate you, because your growth exposes their excuses. So pay attention. Who makes you feel smaller? Who turns your ambition into a joke? Who only shows up when you're struggling but disappears when you're winning? Who keeps you in the old version of you? You don't have to hate them, but you do have to stop giving them control. Your future needs space, and sometimes space looks like distance. Shift 6. Learn how to fail forward. You're going to mess up. That's guaranteed. But most people don't fail at the goal. They fail at the recovery. They mess up one day and turn it into a whole personality. I knew I couldn't do it. I always do this. What's the point? Stop. That's not failure. That's a story. Real strength is this. You mess up, you learn, you adjust, you continue. Failure is feedback, not identity. If you can master recovery, you become unstoppable. Because life can't defeat someone who doesn't quit. Shift 7. Protect your peace like oxygen. Because if your mind is constantly noisy, reactive, angry, anxious, comparing, you can't build anything, so you become ruthless about inputs. Not because you're weak, because you're serious. If it steals your peace and gives you nothing back, it doesn't get access. That includes content. That includes people. That includes habits. That includes your own spiraling thoughts. Peace isn't passive. Peace is defended. Now here's the final hit. The days you feel motivated don't matter. Anyone can show up when they feel good. The days that change your life are the days you feel tired, doubtful, distracted, and you still do the thing anyway. That is the day you become different. Not in theory, in reality. So here's what I want you to do. Don't just watch this and feel inspired. Then go back to your old cycle. Take one action in the next 10 minutes. 1. Clean something. Write the first paragraph. Do the first push-ups. Send the message you've been avoiding. Open the project. Set the timer. One action that proves you're not the same person who clicked on this video. Because your best self isn't waiting in the future. Your best self is built in the next decision. Comment this if you're serious. No more delay. And then go earn it. Subscribe to Ascend X Awaken, because the next video explains what most people completely miss.